The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ricky Mataka here. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me pop out the question box quick so I can see everybody. All right, so this will be day two, okay? And day two of the digital marketing boot camp, 100%. I'm gonna turn my camera off a little bit so I can speak to you guys, and then I'm gonna turn it off so that we can concentrate. All right. So, what's up, family? Okay, Ricky here, and I'm doing this boot camp because I really want the community to have something to go back on now, like and really understand internet marketing psychology, the methodology, high ticket sales, and I mean, I could teach you setup and all the other stuff, but like I really want to drill this in. So we're going to recap day one. If you haven't seen day one, John has posted that in the Keep It Moving group. If for some reason you're not part of the Keep It Moving group and you're just joining this, I'm going to put the link here in the chat box so that you guys can get this information. All right. So yesterday went on a little bit long. We went on about an hour and 45 minutes. Okay. We're going to try to keep this one to about an hour and some change, because I know from experience, some people don't watch 2-hour videos, and I really want you to watch these videos. And just to let you know where to get more training, okay, for everybody that sees this on replays, your Slingly agency members area is your portal, okay, as well as we have a Media Dollars members area that's on the Slingly Academy. I'll just show you that in a minute too right here. But if you missed the first boot camp, because I know that a lot of people actually said, they're glad I'm holding another boot camp because they missed the first initial boot camp that we had for Slingly Agency. Okay, that's right here. Okay, your strategy, plan, and exclusive network revealed, advanced traffic with email marketing, touches agency bootcamp day 3. You're gonna meet Shine On. And listen, we trained really hardcore on that. Okay, I'm not talking about you just meet people. We went into traffic channels, we went into email marketing, we went into prospecting, we went into a lot of good topics. We went into pre-framing, we did a lot. Okay. But there is a ton of information under the Media Dollars area over here. So every week, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and the team gets on, and we train on a lot of different marketing tactics, whether it be e-commerce, whether it be affiliate marketing, whether it be agency, whether it be email, whether it be whatever. Okay, so like we've been, okay, everybody that's on this call with me, I got Nishant Bajwa, who's a master of print-on-demand marketing. John Gadash, who's been with me now for what, 6 years? Okay, I know the kid forever, but he's been with me 6 years, and he came in as an EMT, and he does amazing stuff now. We all had to go through our own struggles and figuring out things, and we all gotta, we all come to the realization factor that we could be told things are overnight and push button, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of other hard work involved. Now, if you want to stay selling $10 products, you don't have to do that much work to convince somebody to give you 10 bucks. If you want to sell $1,000 products, $2,000 products, book phone calls, like what the agency allows you to do, there's a little bit of authority building that needs to get done. And I'm going to recap day one in case you guys missed it. But over here, you'll have Slingly Media Dollars archives. This is where we hold all the trainings that we've had since we started Media Dollars. All right. Another, other special content where I go into, and John, we had to rename this. This is special content. Like, who the hell knows what special? I do so many trainings. I don't even know what the hell special content means. Well, sorry about that, guys, but probably some good content. Oh, I remember. This is the one I did for you guys. It was a 45 minutes of hardcore making e-commerce work. That's what that one was. We have to rename that. Look, like, we are a growing company. We are education built. We are growing our teams. We care about the community. We onboard vendors that do the same thing and have excellent products, excellent conversions. They're dialed and tested. Where most of the industry really fails at is traffic. They just can't get traffic to freaking work. I don't care if it's e-commerce or whatever other model it may be. That's because you don't understand the methodology. And I've been email marketing, consistently since 2007, 2008. But I was dabbling in it for years. Okay, I wasn't successful for a numerous amount of years figuring out how to work a job as well as how to build a business on the side. And that took me a long time. Okay, from 2003 to 2008, Actually, even more than that. I actually got rid of working for people and freelancing for people and consulting to people in 2011 when I went out on my own. I said, screw it, I'm not relying on anybody else but myself. Okay, so it took me from like '03 to 2011 to actually leave on my own and not worry about if someone else paying my paycheck. You know, and you know, I have a whole story behind it, whatever. Okay, and you know, Darla, you're right. Traffic and engagement. Okay, but that's one side of the map. You can build as much traffic as you like. You can build groups. You can build communities. You can build engagement. But if your product sucks, you don't know how to pre-sell your offer or frame your offer, you don't know how to layer targeting, you don't know how to do research, you don't know how to write copy or make videos that speak to a crowd or speak to a person to make them buy from you, then you can build traffic engagement all day and not get one sale. And that happens in the e-commerce realm a lot. And on top of that, people come from a direct response driven mentality when it comes to selling t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, or selling China AliExpress gadgets or whatnot. The mentality is very simple. Okay, I don't have to talk to a person. My product talks to an audience. I match that audience with the product. They buy that tangible physical item, and then guess what? We keep on redoing it. That's what e-commerce is. Okay, like if you want to be aggressive, like Ezra Firestone, he puts his face into it. He hires models into it. You know, he hires actors. They have professional studios. That's like 20, 30 mil type production type stuff. Okay, e-commerce. Most people, they just want some side income. They want to pay their rent. They want to pay their mortgage. They want to, you know, get rid of Social Security. They may have lost their job. They're looking for a side hustle. Okay, so e-commerce is lowest hanging fruit, but then when they actually get into doing e-commerce, they fail miserably because they never understood the prospecting cycle, even if they weren't, you know, involved in it. So my goal with now we have two business models here that we run at Slingly. We run e-commerce driven marketing, and you'll find in the archives you'll get a lot of that. I see in the shop taught about Etsy. Okay, this is the printer. I forgot exactly the. See, John, we'll have to come in here and rename some of this because even I forget some of the titles. But like what we go into is like pricing and margin, reverse engineering.
That was the power of perception.
Power of perception formula for sales. Okay, I'd have to see, guys, like even me, I'd have to refresh myself on what I spoke about. And once I look at the thing and see what I actually did speak about, I guarantee I could just talk about it for another 4 hours. Okay, but honestly, John, I said we're gonna have to go video cataloging and stuff anyway. So what we're doing too, as well, for all our community, is we're gonna be going into the education area and recataloging a lot of things so that you guys can find content a lot easier. Because I know that we produce a hell of a lot of content, and sometimes it could be overwhelming. But let's kind of stay focused here, okay? I was just talking about the business model. So we teach e-commerce marketing where you get traffic to a print-on-demand item, you make the sale, you build your email list, you recycle that. Whether you do it on Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, GrooveCart, wherever you want to park your e-commerce store, our e-commerce shop. We have Slingly, which is an automation platform that allows you to design your own product lines or allows you to use our 20, 30,000 designs in the system and start selling immediately. That's our first business model. Our second business model is we sell merchandising stores to people who want to get e-commerce. Whether they have a current business, we can add a merchandising store to it. Another part of that model is we sell traffic services to clients. So say you need traffic for your agency business, you need traffic for your e-commerce business, you need traffic for your e-commerce merchandise store, whatever. Okay, we have been successfully selling traffic packages to businesses. So with Slingly Agency, this gave you the power to do everything we do, offer merchandising platform, shops to existing businesses or brand new businesses. Okay, add that revenue stream. It allows you to sell traffic packages, okay, that are probably the best traffic packages outside of social networks. Talking about things like Amplify, Exact Prospect, even like crazy methods like Paul Murphy, who learned how to blanket YouTube with videos and Google and has been making like a lot of money over free traffic. So like we give you our core best opportunities that we have sold successfully and working with vendors and allow you to sell it. Okay, by the end of this week, we're going to have the reseller opportunity available for you guys as well, who are part of Slingly Agency, where it'll allow you to resell this agency platform to other people so they can benefit. So what I successfully got you guys in is make money online, print on demand merchandising, okay, which coincides with affiliate marketing, e-commerce platforms, which is that kind of realm. So you're in two business models here. All right, especially for the people who got Slingly Pro. Now, what I tell people is that these both coincide with each other. Like you can run them parallel. You could build out an agency and offer merchandising stores and traffic packages to businesses as a solid, steady opportunity. And at the same time, build your other revenue stream, which is say your Etsy shop, your Groove Card store, using Slingly. Slingly sits in the middle of this stuff, where Slingly pipes to both business models and allows you to benefit and get paid off of Slingly, as well as all the fulfillment is done for you. So that's why this opportunity is very hot. It took me a long time for me to even come up with this, or even make the deals that make this even work by getting you exclusive, traffic opportunities. But then there comes the problem that we came across where people just don't know what to freaking do. They don't understand. So let's recap a little bit before I get Rob will be coming on a little bit. He wants to show you some really cool stuff. But let me recap, okay? So let's go. Well, this is what we went over day one. I'm not going to do a complete day one again because you'll get the replay, okay? But this is the core problem. Most people lack the core methodology of internet marketing. They are therefore set up to fail with hype and pipe dreams. They get convoluted to thinking it's all push button. They do not truly understand prospecting sales cycles. They do not have the core tactics or shortcuts that are working for years. They are in a rush to make money, which is a whole different story. They do not understand the types of traffic and how to channel in sales. Now, there's a big level of confidence that could either make or break you inside of these statements. If you're not confident that you can do it, then you're going to struggle with a lot of internet marketing, okay? Like to build a high ticket business, you have to have confidence in your product, confidence in yourself, confidence in the strategy, and you want to become an authority. Like Russell Brunson started off as an Idaho potato gun shooter back in 2005. He sold books on, I think it was 2004, 2003. Actually, I think it was 2003. He sold books on how to create potato guns. Right, that's how he started his career, and then he was injected into internet marketing and understood prospecting and selling ebooks. Then grew and grew and grew. When he started ClickFunnels, he failed completely. Like ClickFunnels flopped on his face. I remember that because I was his number 3 affiliate. So when I promoted the first ClickFunnels launch ever, which I believe was 2000. Somewhere around 14 to 15, one of those areas. Okay, I knew Russell Brunson. I've been to many events. And I talked to him a lot. I know him since like 2008, 2009. And I'll tell you this much: he failed completely because I was number 3 on his leaderboard, and I only had 8 sales of ClickFunnels. I was like, wait, I'm number 3 and I have 8 sales. Something is wrong with this launch. And he went heavy, like heavy. Okay, the whole studio production, the angles, the having people build funnels in 8 minutes right on camera, everything. It was like the best thing. But the problem is that people didn't know what to do with it. People seen it but didn't know what to do with it. So he had to recreate himself. He actually almost went broke building ClickFunnels. And then what happened was it clicked. He has to build a community around ClickFunnels. That's how funnel hacking even came about, because he built a funnel hacker community via webinars. So he paid Ryan Dice. He paid guys like that to come on stage and present his webinar in front of the right people. Therefore, building ClickFunnels to what it is right now. So the point of this is not giving up, okay? Not giving up. Like even guys like Russell has failed. Guys like Mike Fulsane has failed. Guys like me has failed. Nishan, who's on this call, has went through his rough problems and failed and built himself back up. Okay, we all gonna go through it, right? But as long as you are strong enough to withstand that and you get core principles, you could be in here forever. Okay, whereas the other people, they come and they go. I've been now in this industry for over 15 years, so I got a lot to say about it. All right, so in day one, what we did, we talked about reverse engineering, reverse marketing. I showed you how to look up competitor websites, how to look up, trends and things like that, and I even gave a comparison of when Facebook Audience Insights goes away this July, that I gave you another tool with a set of steps that are equivalent to the same thing that you can use forever when Facebook Audience Insights goes away. Okay, so you're gonna want to watch that. We gave you audience targeting. I showed you some Facebook stuff. We showed you some EP stuff, okay, which is exact prospect. When Rob comes on in a little bit, we'll talk about that. We showed pre-framing your offer and the methodology around that. So we showed some example offers. We showed like understanding how to layer audiences, how to speak to that. And Nishant's an expert at that as well. Like one thing he did in print on demand marketing, which was extra unique, was he was able to reverse engineer Facebook's targeting by looking at their targeting, looking at the behaviors, and then making combos of interest together, then being smart enough and creative enough to create campaigns that spoke to that targeting. That's kind of like email marketing in a way. Like if you build a list in like say weight loss, okay? But say you build a list in weight loss and single mothers. Now you could talk to a single mother that wants to lose weight, or to say someone who just had a kid. Okay, they want to lose that mommy weight, right? So you could speak to that audience, or someone that is interested, is maybe a veteran but loves his dog. Well, you can layer that. You can layer that in email marketing. You can layer that in ads. You can layer that in your print on demand stuff. Okay, and it's all about understanding that. So we went through that in day one. Shortcut prospecting is basically picking options and generating your list. That's for the exact prospect. If you don't know what exact prospect is, you'll get a link with the replay. And another thing, becoming the authority, okay? Like, don't be afraid to build a community. Don't be afraid to build a group around your business. When you bought into the agency offer, I think a lot of people think that, oh, well, it's an affiliate product. Not really. It's your own brand. It's your own logo. You could put your face on it. You effectively partnered with Slingly and my partners. So I'm your partner, okay? In the way that you have to look at that. I am partnering with you. I am fulfilling the services. We're cutting you big checks for doing so. Okay, you can't find that in a regular affiliate product. Okay, and then we went a little bit email structuring because we realized we went a lot longer than we wanted to, and we're going to go a little bit more into that today. I got some examples. Rob got some examples. So in day two, okay, we're going to talk about warm email and cold email. So Rob's specialty is cold email marketing, okay? That's when you take a prospect list or a list of data that doesn't even know that you exist, and you get them to get them into your ecosystem. And there's two sides of it, okay? So the first side is where it's a first touch. They never heard of you, never seen of you. It doesn't even have to be your real name. You're getting them to take some sort of action. Second and third touches is reaching out to the people that took some sort of action. Then the next side of it is bringing them on the warm side of the traffic, where now you can be yourself. Don't be afraid to use your name, because if you're using, say, a persona on the cold side, so a persona just means another person. So if your name is Sue, maybe on your persona side, you're Sally. So Sally's going to recommend Sue's business. So so I explained a little bit about this in the first day. I'll explain it over a little bit again. Okay, if I was recommended by, say, Mike Fulsame. If you guys don't know Mike Fulsame, he runs Groove Digital, very good friend of mine. I've known him since 2007. Okay, but if Mike Fulsame recommends me, there's two things that happen. One, he's given me authority. Two, I must have something good you want to pay attention to. So when I recommended Rob from Exact Prospect, one, I got to know Rob really well and work with him. Two, okay, he has something you really want to pay attention to. Otherwise, my recommendation means nothing. Okay, so if you were trying to lose weight, and I recommended you somebody who just sits there and eats popcorn all day and watches Netflix, and you said, wait, really? You just, what does this guy do? Well, he watches fitness videos and sits on his ass. I thought that was the guy you wanted to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be a good recommendation. So learn that you need to be the authority. Like, you need to be the authority in someone's eyes, especially if you want them to pay you $500, $1,000, $2,000. Now, for the people, you know, that who have real businesses like doctors and lawyers who may be watching this and looking for a side hustle, I think you kind of understand this already. You run real practices offline and you deal with high ticket, but the way that you nurture online may be a little bit different than running a value pack or running something simple, you know, a little bit different than running a mail route or putting up just a poster card, you know, in someone's mailbox. Now, I know those are cold traffic ways of doing things, but like, people know what lawyers are. People know what doctors are. People know what that, you know, construction is. When you say, well, I'm going to build you a merchandise site in 3 minutes flat, they're like, what? What's a merchandise site? If I tell people I'm a developer, oh, you do construction? No, I'm a web developer. Okay, there's still like that kind of like disconnect when people who don't understand none of this. So you got to be extra, you know, informative. I mean, you got to use your language properly so that people kind of get it. So I've gotten that, and that's what successfully allows me to pull marketing from many different types of people and get them into my ecosystem because I truly understand it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover segmentation. Okay, this is very, very important on the cold side and the warm side. So the cold side being Enox, which is where you're going to blast out emails when nobody knows you. The warm side is, say, ad mail. That's equivalent to a Weber. That's included, you know, your autoresponder. That is where you are using yourself. Don't be afraid to use your name. You're talking to your prospects. You need to become the authority. So let's think about segmentation. We want to target the people that open and click. Just like in Facebook, when we build a prospect list, we have prospecting. Once they hit our site, we have a view content. Once they add something to the cart, we have an add to cart. We want to target the view content and add to cart. Why? Because they took an action. Outbound sequencing, okay? Follow-up sequencing. So how do I get people, inbound to follow? How do I get them indoctrinated in my offer and make them really understand what it is? How do I close out my offer so there's some sort of scarcity for them to take action, and then some kind of follow-up? How do I follow up with the people that never took action so I can get them back into the cycle? All right, and more and more and more. So Rob, I see that you got on. Awesome, dude. Before I go into something like, finding inspiration, landing pages, offer pages, etc., let's get through some of the stuff that you want to talk about with cold email.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing?
What's up? And I'm going to turn my camera off for now so Rob can get full attention.
All right, give me one.
Want me to show you a screen?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, good. Give me one minute.
Let me know when you want me to make you the presenter. So please, guys, go through these replays if you don't catch everything here, okay? We're already almost a half hour in, so this is probably going to go another 40 minutes, I would say. We're trying not to make this 2.5 hours because then people start losing, attention in the videos.
Okay, real quick, Ricky, can you tell me how I share my screen on here?
Yeah, I got to make you a presenter right quick. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
All right, I sent you the presenter request. You should get something that says show your screen.
All right, you guys see my screen?
Yeah, looking good, dude.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me get into some of the questions. Great. All right, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to assume that I'm just kind of joining in, but so I'm coming in right now to basically show all the tactics of how to use the platform properly, how to do segmentation, how to start driving this traffic over, and then, hopefully, Ricky, we covered as far as the audiences and the method of,
Yeah, we covered on day one. I just explained that, Rob. So basically what we want to cover today is segmentation, we want to cover up some sequencing. So in the platform, now mind you, some people do not have exact prospects, some people do not have ad mail, and there's going to be people that are viewing this on a replay that are just getting into Slingly or Slingly Agency. So what we want to do is we want to go over the methodology of this setup, and of course we're going to show exactly how it works in Exact Prospect. But just mind you guys that you can take the concepts that we're about to talk about and you can use this in other systems that are just going to be different interfaces. But some of the cold email marketing that Rob's going to show you how to do can't be done anywhere else, because that's what Exact Prospect's about.
All right, so first thing I wanted to show everybody, we're going to be adding this into the back end of the system. So we have, let me clear this. So this is a full documentation of all the different attributes to come in and help kind of get a bigger picture of all the different data points and layering that you can do to build out that perfect custom audience.
Oh, that'd be, Rob, I need to copy that anyway. I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah, so this is all part of like that beginning of, knowing who your customer is, what product are you selling, who are you serving, and then really identifying the different kind of, there's like a core result, the big result that you're providing to somebody, and then there's a bunch of kind of mini benefits along the way that give you a ton of different talking points and small wins along the way, so you can kind of tailor those messages differently, throughout this process on the cold side. But this document here will literally outline, everything that's in that, all the data that we have pumping in. This will give you an idea of what we can access and what we can get to, right? So this is going to be inside of the platform probably a little bit later on this afternoon. So I think that'll help out a ton as well.
And let me just say something, Rob. You could, guys, you could take this big attribute sheet that Rob has here, and if you watch day one, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I see gold. All right, just to let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because we already discussed how you can kind of frame that message according to a certain segment of an audience. So, if you're talking to veterans or different types of business owners or what have you, I mean, you're selling multiple different things. One is the agency side, one is, merchant stores or what have you. But, at a certain point, everyone should have a brandable store that they can go and put their logo and their information on, so they can earn additional revenue online, right? The big aha is make money online. All right, so we're going to go into Exact Prospect, but first I want to show you some stats from a client that is inside of our platform that I just picked out in there, and kind of show you some results. I don't know how to stop that.
That's all right. That's all right, Rob. Sorry, Nishan. I'll talk to you privately quick.
Let me just shut this down. Let me quit Slack. All right. So we're going to come in. Let me grab some stats here. So this is a first touch campaign. That I just put into a sharing. This is a cool feature that we have inside of Enox that will allow us to kind of pull out a campaign, whether it's live or an existing one, and allow us to kind of log in and see just that campaign instead of going into somebody's full account. All right, so this is kind of an overview of a first touch. So this person came in, his main list that he built out, he had roughly, 15 or probably 15,000 audience credits. And I think it probably came out to 553 or whatever, a little bit odd. So he's coming in and he's sending out a cold email to a quiz for whatever, his business is, what have you. This is what he's sending, right? So, hey, first name, let's talk about your negotiation skills, curious about them, take the quiz. Boom, you click on that and it's coming over to his quiz, right? Let's take a quiz. So on this campaign, he drives 338 clicks. He got 697 opens, 338 clicks. Driving over to his landing page. When we come into his next campaign, when you're doing proper segmenting, we're going to go into a follow-up touch. So on that initial campaign, he's sending to that big list over and over, multiple different times, to get as many opens and clicks as possible on that first touch. And then we're going to come in and we're going to go to a second touch. So as you can see, we're sending out to just the opens, right? So obviously it's a smaller pool, but it is a more warmer audience. So he's able to get his open rate is pretty strong, and another 300 clicks that are coming over. This might be a different message. See how it gets longer, a little bit more involved, giving them more information. So that first email was kind of like the clickbaity type stuff to get them to open up that email. So it's, obviously on that first email, subject line is super important. Is the opener. That's what gets the open. And then from there, enough information to get them curious to keep reading and possibly click on that link. Let's go back into this campaign. So as you scroll down, you'll see that, most of it is coming from the United States because this is all USA data. Anything else that's coming in there, this may be people that are traveling that happen to be located at that certain time in this area. Come down, you can see he got 300 clicks over to his landing page. Driving that traffic over there nonstop. That's what Enox is for, is just strictly to keep driving that traffic over. And it's up to that landing page to actually convert that traffic to come into that ecosystem. Let's go over into one more. Here's another follow-up touch. So this one's going out again to there. Let's see what he's sending. A little bit different. See how he changed up his content. More information that he's giving out. And this one brought over 276 clicks coming over. So his opens are strong, his clicks are strong. He's driving that traffic over there. On this platform with a lot of our clients, the conversion side really has nothing to do on our front. We're driving that traffic, we're creating that handshake, and it's up to you to be creative and get that to convert over on your side. And that's where Ricky comes in and his team.
I wanted to speak about that really fast, dude. So the reason why Exact Prospect is considered a traffic partner is because they are not going to take care of your agency conversions. They're not going to care about that. It's not their job. They're going to provide you a service where you can get leads and you can get traffic to A, B, or C. And, obviously me and Rob work together, so we do care. So we get on webinars like this to train. But we got to be, very, very clear in where these systems exist. Okay, so say you wanted to use Exact Prospect to send it to your Etsy store per se. You could do that. But it's up to you to make sure that you're layering the product, the audience properly, and you're writing the email that by the time they get to your Etsy store product, that it's going to make you money. Now, I have done a lot of the hard work on the conversion side. They're already tested, okay? So all you need to do is follow these trainings and be a little bit creative. So that's the point of this boot camp, is to help people understand how not to copy and paste what everybody else does in this industry, how to understand the methodology of doing this so that you can get better at it. And if you don't, like I said this in videos, if you do not work a muscle every single day, it will not get bigger. So the more weeks that go by that you do nothing, the less you're never going to get results anyway. So if you try something once and you fail, okay, I explain this and I'm going to say this again. Say you haven't went to the gym in a year. Well, you decide to get off the couch and go to the gym. You think the first 2 weeks you're going to get results? You're not. You're going to get into the mode of being on a treadmill and actually pushing some weights if that's what you do. By the 4th weekend, you should start seeing a little bit more motivation, a little more, maybe you're starting to grow your biceps a little bit, whatever. Okay, you're starting to see results. Well, you can't come into a game like this selling high tickets, even e-commerce, and say, I'm going to put up one product a week and then complain the rest of the week why you're not making sales. I mean, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. No one cares at all if you complain, because we're giving you exactly what you need to do. You're just not putting in the effort. And I don't mean to single out anybody on this call. I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just saying that I have talked to thousands of people. I've been on thousands of trainings. And this is the common ground that I hear all the time. And that's a confidence issue. And this is what I try to fix and keep moving. Well, go ahead, Rob.
All right, so I kind of want to map out really what you're doing so you can understand what's going on before we start going into the actual tactics. So you come in and we give you the list. We give you a very highly targeted prospect list. And what we're going to do is the first step is we're going to start sending messages to them. Now, granted, this is just in Enox, because the power of owning that audience is you can do this on multiple different platforms. It's not just Enox. It's not just through email. You know, you can take that audience and you can activate it in different places and push your ads and messages out in front of that audience. We know that that's the audience that you need because we built out that perfect avatar to begin with, right? So now it's just about crafting the right message that's going to, you know, make them do something. So inside of Enox, we want to take, you know, different email creatives and start sending them to that list. And where I think most people drop off is there's zero follow-up game for once an action is taken. And you want to have multiple follow-ups after they take that action. My drawing is horrible, but so each one of these emails that go out, there's an action that's being done. They're either not opening it, opening it and tell you to fuck off, or opening it and clicking on a link. Those are the only 4 things that are going to happen, right? So we have to segment each time we send an email to that list into different segments, and then have messages ready for them on that follow-up. Because everything that we're doing here, it's driving over to your, where's it going, Ricky? The VSL? Lead magnet?
It goes through the opt-in page, guys, okay?
Opt-in.
The opt-in. Let's not
Yeah,
say.
it's always the opt-in page, but there's a reg page. Like, I know, there's so many different words for it. So it's an opt-in page, lead page. We call it a redirect link. So bottom line, in our system, I don't care where that traffic goes. You guys need to care, right? So it is a link inside of each one of those emails that's driving traffic to wherever you want to direct that person to get them to the right message that converts to opt-in, give them to pass their information, give them something to get their information over into your ecosystem, right?
I mean, most people, like, they run Facebook ads and they bring it to a product page. They never get the opt-in. Same concept. You're running traffic from exact prospect or whatever, and you're bringing them to an action. The action could be a product page. The action could be an opt-in page. The action could be a video. It doesn't matter. In this case, you want to build your list. You need to build. So you got to bring to a place where they can give you their email. I provided that already.
Yeah, so everything that we do is we teach, 2-page landing pages, right? So it's an opt-in page. So we give them a curiosity-based message. How X does X. Wow, I'm interested in how to find out how to do that. I'm going to click on this link. I'm going to go over to a page that's going to have more curiosity. And in order for me to get whatever I'm looking for, I got to give some information, right? That's this whole process. But over on this cold side here there is a method to set up your system to where it's running properly, to where you can constantly be driving those leads to the top of the funnel of your ecosystem. And by doing that, that's what's going to make, it just keeps everybody's business running, because you got to have traffic coming in. So we're going to come over into the system. We're going to go into some tactics and kind of show you how to set this up from start to finish, and set up the email sequences. We're going to show you some new kind of settings in there and stuff that we did to kind of help everybody in the Slingly group. And we're going to start running some campaigns. So I went in and I created a brand new account from scratch. This is a test account that we're going to get into. So this is brand new. This is what everybody sees when they come into Enox. Well, if they come into the dashboard, they're going to see a pop-up. In this is a tutorial. So I don't know if you've gone through it or not, but this basically walks you through everything that you need to do step by step. And it may look like a lot, but honestly, someone can get through it in about 7 minutes once they've done it before. So everything's a learning curve.
Well, wait. Before you go on, there is a video in Slingly Agency, okay, that shows you exactly how to set this up.
Well,
I mean, step by step.
Also, Ricky, it's in 10 different spots. I mean, if they click here, they're going to go over to let's get started.
I'm talking about the one that I made, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff. Okay, look, this page exists right here, but there's one that I wrap this around just the agency and how you would set this up and send campaigns with the agency. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Yeah, because we're gonna go through one of these steps, and it may be a little bit different because you guys have a couple different layers of what's going on. So, but anyway, so the first step when you come in here is you need to connect a sending domain and a tracking domain. A sending domain is super easy to do. If I were to come into should I even cover this? Because you have it in your video and I'm not sure it's the exact same process. I'm sure it is.
It is okay. I go into setting up your list. I go into setting up a tracking domains. I go through everything. Yeah, it'd be a complete waste of time, guys, for him to go show you step by step. I have these videos. When I get the screen back and he's done, I'll show you where to watch them. They're very, very simple to set up ad mail and how to get sending email really stupid fast. Okay, I'm sorry, Enox. How to set up Enox really fast. There's about 4 videos. They're all about like 10 to 15 minutes long. And if you follow that, each little video, I actually go into GoDaddy, I buy a domain or wherever I bought it from. I go into Enox and set up a tracking domain. You'll see it over my shoulder. So I wouldn't get bogged down in this.
So, okay. So anyway, so we're going to connect a sending domain and we're going to connect a tracking domain. Once you do that, the next step that we want to do is we want to go and create a container to be able to hold your list. So you went over into Exact Prospect just to show you inside of here. You've got your list. You download your list. When you download your list, it comes into your computer. Guys, the password is the last 6 digits of your phone number, 6 digits. I don't need to tell you that because the email that you get, once your download is ready, it gives you a 3 step-by-step instructions and it tells you exactly how to download that list and how to unlock it. And we had like 50 support tickets come in on a password issue because no one's even reading the email that the system sends you. So, I mean, this is, we've got a ton of users on this platform, and for someone to send in a support ticket because they didn't read an email, that's absurd. So anyways, I mean, at a certain point, we gotta like either just, flag those support tickets that are coming in, because I mean, you should be able to read an email. I mean, that's how you know your audience is ready, and it's pretty straightforward. Download your audience. Here's your password. You're good to go. That's pretty much it. So anyways, inside of Enox, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna create a list. So we go over into lists, and we're gonna create our first email list. Start creating your first email list. Add subscribers to it. Edit this form, pages, create custom fields for later segmentation. None of this is new. None of this is, we didn't create, this isn't like a brand new thing. This is a enterprise level autoresponder email platform. You got to do this in really anything, whether it's MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, it's all the same stuff. We're going to come in here and we're going to create a list. We're going to create, and the way that I structure it, just so I can kind of keep up with what's going on inside of my system, this is just a naming convention for me. So main cold email list. Display name, main cold email list. No one's going to see this. This is for you. This is my main cold email list. If I can type. I'm going to change this to single opt-in. I don't even think this matters with what we're doing.
Before you go on, Rob, there's a very important question. What he's showing you right here looks exactly like Enox. I mean, like AdMail. AdMail and Enox have the same interfaces, but they're two complete different systems. AdMail is like Aweber. That's where you're going to get the opt-ins into and mail from your name. Enox is the interface where you're going to email cold prospects with personas, or you can even use your name. It doesn't matter. I've used my name in cold email. It does not matter. All right. So
let me kind of dig into that, just so they understand. Okay, it is the exact same software. It is the exact same user interface. Everything is exactly the same. The difference is the back end connections, the back end IPs, and what goes on the back end. Because when we start running cold versus somebody that opted in, when someone opts in, you want the best possibly delivery you can get all the time. That's why we're not allowing anybody to upload lists inside of AdMail, is because, right, we want 100% delivery out of that. Ricky right now is, we have conversations nonstop, and he's over in a couple different platforms for his main big lists, where that is 90% of where he makes his revenue. He needs 100% delivery, or as damn close to it as possible. So he needs it's called a reputed system. And when you start uploading records that people don't know who you are, obviously at a certain point, someone's going to complain. It's going to affect the reputation scores, which affects the delivery. We manage that separately through Enox, which is a complete separate, ecosystem, and then we have AdMail, which is another ecosystem. But
okay, I'm gonna say this, guys. Okay, like when you go into your car and start your engine, do you really care how it starts, unless you're a mechanic, or do you want it to get you from A to B?
Right.
You want to get to A to B, right? So don't worry about the internals. Worry about what we're telling you and how to do it, and just do it, because we do it ourselves and it works.
All right, so we're just building this. What we're doing is creating a container to hold an email list, right? So you put in your company name, address, anything that's asterisks, we need. Put it in there, save changes. We go back over to list. We just created our main cold email list, right? we want to do the exact same thing. We want to create another list or another container. We want to come over here and hit copy. Now we're going to go and edit this, and we're going to change this to my clickers. And obviously, if you're running multiple campaigns and stuff like that, you're going to have to do probably a much different naming convention. But that's for you, right? So this is my clicker list. We're going to come down and we are going to save. So now if we come over, we've got two lists. We've got our main list and we got a clicker list. That's the first step in creating those containers. Now we don't have any subscribers in our list. Now we have to come in and we've got to upload our list. We went over to Exact Prospect, we downloaded our list, we come over into Enox, and we're going to click on here, and we're going to import a CSV file. And we're going to choose the file. And we're going to find this file, recents. So I've got a list ready. I'm going to upload it in here, and I'm going to upload this file. And it's going to do its thing. And you're just going to let it run. And hopefully it'll go fairly quick. So if you read this up here, it's telling you the importer runs in batches of 2,000 subscribers with a pause of 1 second. Most people, what I'm seeing in support tickets and stuff is they're just not reading, you know, kind of what's up there. They're like, oh, you know, what do I do? Can I, you know, it's not uploading or what have you. So give this a second and this will start processing this list. Once this is doing this actually should have started already. Let's see. I wonder if, does go to meeting kind of bog down?
Why, what's going on? You look good. You're working.
Okay. Oh, it's going. See, it's already starting to import. So let that run and it'll upload that list. I'm sure if you, there we got 1500, 1588. It's doing its thing. It's loading up. While that's uploading, now we want to talk about, once they're in there, now we need to talk about what exactly are we sending and how we're sending it. Over on the left-hand side, if you see email templates, inside of Gallery, everyone's going to have, we're still configuring this a little bit, but everyone is going to have in categories, if you come down here, it's going to say Slingly agency swipes. And we just uploaded a bunch of them in here for different ideas. You don't have to copy them word for word. You should be able to be unique about it, but you can see the structure of kind of what we're doing on the cold side. So inside of this gallery, you can't see them yet. You have to import it. So this is a global gallery. So this is like taking something and you've got to import it into your account. So if we wanted to take opportunity swipe 1, we would hit import and it brings it over now into your template section, right? So it came from gallery over to your template. Now you can come in here and you can update it. Don't mess with this red button here anymore. You don't have to worry about creating any new templates. You can. I would create new from over here, not this drag and drop. We're going to try and remove this from the system. If you create new, it'll bring you to a Wysiwyg editor, which is really super easy. You go in there, you type, do your thing, add an image, do your links. But it'll basically look like this. Now you have your swipe. It's all done. It's nice and neat. All you have to do is come in here and basically put in your link, right? So, Ricky, can you get me the link for what we're sending traffic to?
Yeah, sure. 1 second, dude. 1 second. It was in that doc I gave you. I gotta just find out where I put it. No, it wasn't there, of course. All right, here we go.
Hang on, I can probably.
I got it, brother.
But can you go into Improvely and grab me the actual?
Yeah, I got that exact thing, the approval link. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm way ahead of you. All right, let me get. Let me drop it in Slack for you, brother. Oh, you close Slack, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Look at the chat right now.
Yeah. Give me a second. Chat.
It's right there. Just copy and paste that one.
Can you grab the actual link underneath that one?
It's the same thing. It tracks the tracking code. Okay, can we use a service called Improvely, and it gives you a short link you can use, or it gives you a long link?
Yeah.
I use the long link.
So Ricky, the reason why I'm asking for that is,
all right, give me a second. You want
remember,
that link?
on the cold side, all this stuff can be considered as kind of spam, right? So we want to reduce as much as possible.
That's fine. You want
So if we can do a straight link, it may help with, inboxing.
1 second. I usually, if it's a long link, I just embed them. Here, hold on a second. All right, go look at this link. It's in the chat.
There it is. Yeah, perfect. All right, so
Does short link flag as
thing
spam? There's so many variables, Chris, in the spam. Like, there's so many variables. From the from to the IPs to the link to the wording. There's so many variables. So you just got to keep it short and simple and rule out elements when you're in the mail game. So that's what Rob's trying to do right now, is just rule out some elements.
Yeah, so so here's link. This would be, we don't want to put in the actual link. So if I go like that, it's going to, what just happened? All right. So watch this short video here. Who's your persona? Patricia?
Yeah, Patricia, J. So that's what we're talking about as, like, we're going to recommend Ricky or my business as Patricia. Okay, that's simple. And then when they get into your warm email system, which is AdMail, or say you use Aweber or whatever, now they at least know it's you, okay? Because we're recommending. Like, even if you wanted to say something in this, so say your agency and your name is Chris, you could say something like, my friend Chris has created this opportunity. So that when they get an email from Chris, they're going to be accepting that because they know now that this is Chris's thing. Just like, if I email you guys about, say, Rob's exact prospect, I'd say something like, this system that Rob created is absolutely amazing. You need to see this. And it really is. So when you go there and Rob starts emailing you, you're like, oh, I know who Rob is now. So that's how you have to think. And that's how you make yourself the authority too in someone's eyes. Because now so many people are recommending you. So now if you mail from Patricia, you mail from Joe, you mail from whatever, okay? And you just keep on mailing and saying, Rob this, Rob that, Rob this, Rob that. By the time they get on your warm email list and they get an email from Rob, 2 and 2 equals 4.
Okay, so again, so back to here. So all I did was I pulled in that template, or I pulled in from gallery, pulled in the template. This is what I want to send. I updated it. I put in my cold email persona, and I put in the link of where I want to drive traffic to. Pretty simple. I'm coming down here and I'm hitting save.
By the way, guys, I actually do this in the Enox training videos I made, so you'll see it live. So you just see this here, but don't worry if you're not getting it right now. These are in the video series I created. Slingly Agency, using our traffic partners, exact prospect is the menu to go find that.
So we have, go back in the templates, and now it's in here. If we want, we can update it, and we can change this to touchless swipe 1. Save. Now it's inside of your system, touchless swipe 1. You know what you're sending. Now we want to come in here and we want to bring in another one. So say we want number 2. We're going to go back in here. We brought it in. We're going to go and update it. And again, we have the same thing, just some different content that we need to fill in the blanks, right? So we got to come in, create the link, get rid of the redness. Are we putting in, so Ricky, do you want the actual raw link showing?
I never do that. Okay, you see where it says watch the short video here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way you.
You want to link this whole thing?
I'm not, well, what I gave you.
This is done 100% online, and you don't need any extra skills to do it.
Yeah, you can link that, of course. Okay, like you want to embed the link in an action sentence. So I put a link where they're supposed to be dropped. So, all right, just so you know, guys, what I'll do is I have a doc where I basically gave Rob a lot of good emails, okay, for you guys. But
well, Ricky, this will all be in here for them. So I just want to show a couple of things of what we saw and what we found out. So remember the spacing. So if we wanted to link this whole paragraph, you can't have spacing in between the words. So if we wanted to link this, so we'd come in here and we'd link that.
see, any key thing like watch this short video here, that's where you're gonna put the link. Any kind of action, and guys, don't get, Rob, even you, don't get too bogged down here yet, because when you give me back the screen, I'm gonna show you email structuring. That's the next step.
Okay.
But what you want to do is you want to embed these links. And then Sue asked, where can I shorten my links? Well, Groove Groove Funnels, when you're setting up your site links for agency, has a tracking system that you could use. They give you tracking links, short links. You can use Groove, or you can get a service like Improvely, or a service like Rob uses. I think it's Rebrandly. And you could basically have those services do link shortening. If you don't have link shortening abilities, then you can just embed the URL right to your opt-in page into a sentence. So like there's a rule in email. If it's long and ugly, embed it. If it's short and sweet, leave it in the open. Okay, just to set the preference here, guys, this is a boot camp about email. Please stop asking about ETH and other things like that that have to do with crypto. This has zero to do with crypto. This is like the 15th question I'm seeing about something non-relevant.
All right, so we just updated that second one, right? So if we go into templates, this one's ready to go as well. So we got touchless swipe 1, touchless swipe 2. We can do as many of those as we want, and this is for our initial touch, our first email that's going out, right? So we're We're doing that to kind of get the click. Then from there, we'll show you the follow-up. So in here, now we want to, actually, I think that one was the follow-up. Let me see. Your own merch store in minutes. So yeah, so this is going to be touchless follow-up 1, we'll say. And we're going to save it. Now we're going to set up a campaign with an autoresponder. So we want to come into campaigns, all campaigns. First, I'm going to go back to the list a minute. I'm going to see what's going on. So 2,000 emails were uploaded. Okay, and I think that's all that was on that list. Let me just make sure. Recents. This doesn't even have a count, does it? Looks like more than 2,000. Anyways, there's 2,000 of them in that list. We're going to go into campaigns and we're going to create new. A campaign is an email blast that's going out. Well, I guess the verbiage would be a campaign could be a full campaign, which would have the first initial email going out, and then you can attach 2 or 3 or 4 auto drops after that initial drop if you attach those to that campaign. So the initial flight, I should say, which is the first email going out, is what we're creating. So we're going to name this First Touch. Touchless Agency or Ricky. We're going to leave everything just how it is, but we're going to pick our main cold email list because we want to send out to everybody. We're going to come down in over here. There's options. I don't mess with these right now. I don't need to. But if you wanted to, if you want to dig in and learn about, different things, it's a pretty robust system. I don't mess with this stuff. I use the core features, and that's just to start driving that traffic over and just segmenting on a really high level type, kind of high level type segmenting just between opens and clicks. You can get really granular. There's some videos inside of our Facebook group that'll teach you how to start really digging down depending on what you're doing. But for what you need, we're just going to show you that. We're going to hit save and new. We're going to come down and we need a subject line. Subject line on this first initial email is super important because that's what somebody's seeing and determining or not if they're going to open up your email. I know hey works pretty well. Or did you see this? Let's just say, did you see this? We're going to come down. I don't worry about any of this other stuff here, except for in the list that you're uploading. Shoot, I kind of skipped a step. We got to make sure that your sending from domain and email is set up. And really what you should do, let me come back here a minute. Don't want to confuse you, but over into lists. So this main list, we want to update this so you never have an issue. And we need our sending domain, our sending email address, right? So this one is coming from, because I'm actually going to send a campaign. So actionaudience.com.
Guys, in my videos that I'll show you when Rod gives you the screen, I make sure that you have all this data beforehand so that when you're sending a campaign and getting ready to get traffic, you know exactly what you're doing. What Rob is going to show you is how to segment properly in his system so that you get the best bang for your traffic.
All right, so I just wanted to attach this email address because this is my cold sending domain, my cold sending email. It's not attached to my main business. I'm not running a website off of it, and I'm surely not using that email to talk to anybody in business or anything. It's a completely separate ecosystem. Everything we do on Enox sits in front of your business. This is a complete separate component, and it's in front of everything that you're doing. Facebook doesn't attach to your business until you put a link there that drives traffic over. You're running SEO or any type of paid traffic, the only way that attaches to your business is by a link. Just like email, that link that's in that email, that's the only thing that is driving traffic over there. So this is completely separate. We're going to come down, we're going to save this. So now when I go back over into campaigns, and I was creating this campaign, it usually will always save as that draft, so you can always go back and forth. You're not going to lose anything. We're going to update it. It's got all your information in here. Save and next. And it'll show you there's literally 5 steps into getting that campaign out the door. So in here, see how it changed? I don't have to think about it anymore. And I don't want to make a mistake of sending an email out of Enox with my main email address that I use for business or use for really anything else. You always want to keep that separate. Sometimes I'll go in here and I'll use an emoji or something. So you can try this out as well. Let's see. Everything is about testing. We're going to choose the tracking domain, a pre-header. This will just show in some email clients without them opening up. Save and next. We're going to skip this whole step here. We're not building out a template anymore. We're going to come up here to the top right. Very important. We don't mess with any of this. All we're doing is selecting a template. And we're going to now, it brings us over into our template area, and we have them all set up for us. So we're going to choose that one, and it brings it right in. We do want to fix this. Why is it content? I'm just getting this other link here a second. And we're going to come down. Super important. And we want to make sure that you guys are paying attention. Whoever has Enox, whoever has Exact Prospect, and you're using the system, this is the one of the most important things that you have to do setting up this type of sequence. Down here in the template area, you've got some actions that you can do. Change subscriber custom field on a link, actions against subscriber on link click. Remember, we set up 2 lists. We only uploaded your audience, your list into the main list, right? So now we want to be able to start building a clicker list. In order to do that, we have to click this, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to add what action that we're doing. We have a URL that they're going to click on, and we want to copy not move, and I'll explain to you why. So if sometimes we have a lot of people that are running different campaigns, you own this data. This audience is yours, so you can do what you want with it. And if you just copy it over, what's happening, it'll still stay on the main list, because if you want to run other offers or what happened or what have you to that list, you don't want to start pulling people off that list, because you can run multiple campaigns. One could be for dog food, the other one could be for touchless agency. But you don't want to segment that if they're clicking on a link for touchless agency and you want to go back to that main list and take your shot at selling some dog food or something, right? So we just want to copy. We don't want to move. And we want to move it over or copy it over to my clickers. From there, we're going to hit save and next. So now this campaign, this email is ready to go, and it's going to start. If I push this button, it'll start sending this campaign out, or this flight. Everybody that it gets delivered to, they click on that link, it'll automatically start building my clicker list. But before we start sending this out, we want to have a follow-up email, right? So we want to come back over into campaigns, and now we want to create an autoresponder. So Ricky, help me out with this a little bit. So we want to create an autoresponder. We're going to hit create new.
Yeah.
And this will be second touch. Ricky touchless. I'm just putting this in for me so I know what's going on later.
It's very good to name your campaigns to what you're doing. Okay, and
Yeah.
I explained that in the video series as well.
Second touch after open. After initial open. For Ricky, it's an autoresponder. We're going to choose the list. It's going to be from the main cold list. So it's your main audience that you're hitting.
So choose a segment. Go choose the Slingly touches agency.
Yeah, there isn't a segment yet. So hang on. Let me just make sure. So I want to. I want this off of my clickers, not not the main list, off of my clicker list, right? So this is second touch after click, right?
Yeah, because we didn't send the email that gets the opens. You're not gonna have opens yet. You're gonna have clickers.
We can. There's so many different ways of doing this. I'm trying to think in my head. So we could set up. Like it's just a method of how somebody wants to do it. You can set up, emails to go out automatically, so you're not manually going in there and doing that. So if we do it off of the open, that's fine. They didn't click. We can do that. So autoresponder group, add list or segment. So we're going to come in here. No, not this one. Hang on. And new list of group.
I think you gotta create the segment first, dude. That's what you normally have to do in any autoresponder.
Hang on one second. Let's see. And tracking. Where's that segment up there? Tags, choose tracking. It's down here. What did you think? Show more options. All right. So here we want to send this campaign to only subscribers that have opened or have not opened the previous campaign. Open. That first initial email that we just sent out to them, right? And we're going to come down, and then once we send this out, we also want to make sure that if they click on it, so we're going to hit save and next, come over here. Again, we don't mess around with any of this template stuff. We go into change select, and we're going to have, see, this is where naming conventions, you know, are important. And we're going to start sending this one out after they open, but didn't click, right? And then we're going to put an action on there of when they click. We want to move them over or copy them over to the main clicker list and hit
Now, this
save.
is done differently in different autoresponders, guys. This is just an interface doing it, but the concept is your opens are moving to an opens list. Your clickers who click on any link is going to a clickers list. And what he's trying to tell you is when you set up your autoresponders to automatically go out, what will happen is that they'll get a sequence for clicker, a sequence for opens. This is how you maximize your traffic.
So in here on this autoresponder, it's asking what's the event. So the event is after campaign opened. We want to send a second email out. Say we want to send it out 5 minutes afterwards or 30 minutes, whatever that may be, whatever you choose. Make sure over here we want to do it by the minute if we're doing it in 5 minutes. This over here is really if you want to send within certain hours. So it's kind of like a time warp. If you only want to send between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. or whatever, you can do that. Import subscribers. We're not importing, those are already, it's already done, so you don't have to worry about this. Come down here and we want to choose send when opening this campaign. This is our first touch, right? So it's going to start sending, meaning it's going to activate, I guess it should say activate or whatever, off of this first campaign. And we're going to hit save and new, or save and activate. So now we have our autoresponder all set up, right? So it's sitting there, it's not doing anything, it's pending because we haven't sent this main one first, right? So now we have our initial one that we're hitting, and we have an autoresponder set up. You can go as deep as you want. You can set as many of them as you want. You can have, 2 or 3 of them off of the open. You can have 2 or 3 of them off the click. This is all on the cold side. You're going to have to go and do this and have this set up. Actually, I think it's already set up for them, correct? As far as once they opt in.
As long as you set up, the segmentation of the actions, not the segmentation. We call
No,
it
I'm talking about on your side. So once they opt in if they come over into their ecosystem, is that all, that's all done?
Well, I mean, if they come over to the ecosystem and they got their autoresponder set up the way I instructed them, then yeah, it should be done. But if people haven't did it, then no, it's not done. It's really learning this and getting it done.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just had to understand. So if you're using AdMail, if you're using GetResponse or Aweber, whatever that is, that's a whole nother, that's a warm sequence, and it's all the same process. You've got to set that up. It's just a different type of communication because you're talking to them differently. Up front, we're selling. Well, I mean, we're selling. Up front, it's more getting them to click, getting them to come over and say, hey, this is what I got for you. Come check it out. When they're inside of your ecosystem, it's more keeping in touch with them and building yourself because they come into your world, right? So it's just a different type of message. So once this is set up, hopefully we're understanding what we just did here. So if I go back to our board and draw this out, where's that at? So this was basically what we did is, how do you clear this thing? Delete. So we took this main list and we set up our first email, and then we set up a follow-up email after they click. That's all we did, right? From there, if you want to have another one, you can do that. And then once you start segmenting, you're going to have all your clickers over here, or all your opens, you'll be able to segment them as well. So you have opens and clicks, and you just want to keep moving through that process and touching them. You can do this completely manual, or you could set it up with autoresponders and walk away from it and just let it run. We're just showing you how to set this up kind of where it's automated for you.
I kind of love that you just said that, because like once you get past this setup and you have it piped in, then it's just simply sending more traffic. It's going to run for you. Okay, so you have your warm side set up as instructed. Okay, I'm going to go through this when you give me back the screen. And you know, and then you have the cold side completely just sending traffic. All this will start to pipe and start to work. And you're going to start seeing people joining your list. Those sequences are going to go out. You're going to see people starting to go to the agency site. You're going to start warming up everything. Like, but you just need to get to that step. A lot of people are just not getting to that step. Okay, and once you get that step, you're going to be like a kid in a candy store. You're getting a bunch of leads. You're getting a bunch of visitors. You're going to get sales. Okay, we have conversions taken care of. Now think about this. If you had to go past that step that we're giving you and then create your agency site, create the sales pages, create the copy, create the VSLs, line up fulfillment deals with partners and all the other stuff that I've done for you guys. If you had to do that, then yeah, well, that's going to take you a long time.
So this thing's sending. I just went and I sent that initial email, that first touch.
Mary said that would be a nightmare. Yeah, well, Mary, it was a nightmare. Okay, but I've been doing this since 2003, so I could do it a lot more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying. What's a nightmare is trying to teach this properly to many different people from many different skill sets that either get it or don't get it. That's what the real nightmare is. Not a nightmare. It's a challenge, and we all love challenges.
All right. So anyway, so we've got this initial email going out, and we know that in our campaigns, we just set up that once this, you see where it says it, it's sending. From there, we're gonna, come back to it, and we'll have opens and we'll have clicks. And then over here on this side, it will start moving into these lists. You've got here, we already have one click, right? So that's probably for me. Nope. So we already sent an email out and we already got a click. Do you see that?
Nice.
Refresh and it'll just start doing its thing, right? So if I come in here and I click on overview, 2,000 subscribers, campaign, sorry. Go into campaigns and open this up. This is showing that I got one click, right? So this is the email we're sending out right here. She's right now, this Susie girl or whoever it is, this person, clicked on this link, right? Twice, went through there. It went and it took her and put her into our clicker list. See how it's building? Now there's 3.
Nice. And once they opt in on the lander, they go into my ecosystem, which then sends them out a welcome email, a 72-hour email sequence, and that's all automated. I don't have to think about that.
So all these people are coming in. This thing is building the list. It's building that list. First, what it's doing is you're taking that hyper-targeted list, warming it up. This is a warm-up sequence. This is your first win, guys. So this is great. Okay, I'm able to take these people, get them to open up an email, get them to click on a link, putting the right messages in front of them, getting them over into watch a video or whatever that action is, and getting them over into that ecosystem. It's small wins to win the war, right? It's small little battles to win the war. And this is what we're doing.
Agreed.
And look at this. So we got 10 opens, 10 clicks. 300 people that it's gone out to so far. Nine people into our clickers now. That's crazy. Those are crazy good stats.
I know, because I write crazy good swipes.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so that is the
Oh, look,
process.
just today, I just got 5 people already. How many people clicked? Maybe,
Hang
how
on a
many
minute.
people?
I got 10 people that came over into the clicker list.
Because this could not just be from that yet. But I just looked at today. 5 people opted in completely to it. That's great. They're in the sequence. I don't know if it's from that immediately, but there's other like leftover traffic sources.
Sure.
Look,
No,
guys, we're trying to say,
right, so
guys,
let me-
that this
Yeah, go
we
ahead,
know-
Roy.
we know conversions. Okay, Rob knows his system. People just need to give it enough time to work.
Okay, so this was my basic outline. I just wanted to show everybody was, here we got, the main email send, and then setting up, an autoresponder after they open, another autoresponder after they open. Actually, these aren't even autoresponders now that I think about it. So inside of this system, the way that we teach, and there's a million different ways to go about this and skin the cat, but what we do is we will come into campaigns, and once this is done running, going out to, however big this list is, the main one right here, this first touch, when that's done, we let it clear and let the smoke clear for about 24, 48 hours. We'll go back in there manually, go and create another flight, and we'll hit that first touch again. We'll hit everybody that didn't open, right? So just the non-openers versus the openers versus the clickers. So it's deep dive into that top end of the segmenting of just the actions. So it's not segmenting who these people are, it's segmenting what their actions that they're taking along this first part of the journey. Does that
Here's
make
a good
sense?
question, Rob. This is a very good question. This guy Ike says, is Enoch going to kick out if there's too many unsubscribes or opt-outs like Aweber? Like, explain the difference between Enox and Aweber.
Okay, so explain the difference as far as,
Because with Enox, it's cold emailing. You don't have to worry about getting.
Oh, yeah. So everybody, first of all, it's a one-touch opt-out. So literally they click that unsubscribe, they're gone. We're not asking them any questions. We're not doing anything. They're off the list, they're done. So that's one of the things that we have to do on a global level to keep us in check. And then from there, yeah, they're not on your list anymore. However, when you're running multiple campaigns, like in like Get Response and Aweber, stuff like that, you'll see that, hey, they could be on multiple different lists. So if they want to opt out of all your lists, they want to opt out of just one list, you just got to let them know what they're opting out for and stuff like that. We run on a top level, and when they opt out, it really depends on their unsubscribe link and the unsubscribe link that you're using. So inside of here, you've got different unsubscribe links. So we want to make sure, like in certain these campaigns, which we're going to handle on the back end, we kind of set this up really quick for this boot camp. We're going to handle on the back end to make sure that that global unsubscribe is set up properly to unsubscribe from
from certain lists, right? So I don't want to be confusing about it, but there's different types of unsubscribes. You can unsubscribe from a list. You can unsubscribe from the system. We have a master unsubscribe where it's like completely nobody is sending them an email. I don't care what client I have or anything across the board. But typically we want to use, that person is opting out from Patricia, right? So we're sending, this campaign from Patricia, and that's who they're opting out from. We don't want them opting out from, Robert Jones somewhere else, because they may want that information versus Patricia's information. Make sense?
Yeah, 100%. All right, Rob. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take the screen. I'm gonna show them a few more things, so we can start to wrap this up. I want to clarify some things too. I've been watching the questions in the box. That's cool. You good?
Sure. Yep.
All right, awesome. All right, let me show my screen. All right, before I get into what I want to show here, okay, I just want to show you where to get this kind of training fast, okay? Over here, under your agency, you're going to have something over here that says getting traffic, not getting traffic, so using our traffic partners, exact prospect. This 4-video series explains exactly how to use Enox, all the way from getting your targeting done with Enox, or your targeting done with exact prospect, all the way to getting it into Enox and setting it up, importing it, and then mailing. So this shows you how to set up your tracking domains. This shows you how to set up pretty much everything you possibly need to do what Rob just did live and start getting clicks. Okay, so that's what that does, all right, over there. Just want to make sure people know what that is. Okay, so just to make this a little bit more clear, all right, our first goal is we're going to get the targeting done on EP, or whatever targeting you do from whatever system. You're going to, well, just let's say EP for now, okay? We're just going to get the targeting done. We're going to get our list of 25,000 people, okay, whatever, 25K. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mail the first touch. When the first touch is done, what's going to happen is when you segment this properly, you're going to have opens and you're going to have clicks. So then you're going to set up autoresponders to go out to your open and autoresponders to go out to your clicks. So then your job is to keep mailing to this first touch and let this opens and clicks do the work to get them into your ecosystem. Okay, now this could be your Aweber, this could be AdMail, this could be MailChimp, whatever. Okay, once it's in your autoresponder, they are your prospect. Now you're going to send out a 72-hour sequence, okay, that I gave you, and you want to use it because I know how to make it work. I mean, the stats don't lie. If you come look at my 72-hour sequence, okay, that was just for today. Okay, look, just for today, 5 people, 60% open, right? That was what I was talking about before. But if I go to when I launched just different types of traffic, screwing around, like not even seriously doing it, just screwing around, that was March 22nd. And I come all the way down over here, you'll see 69% open rates on the emails that I gave you. That's 51% click-through rates on the emails that I sent you. So once they're over in your ecosystem, you're going to send out email 1, email 2, email 3, and that's going to go over to your agency sites, or if you're using it for your own business, that'll be going over to your own offer. If you don't have Slingly agency and you have an offer you want to run, it's the same exact thing. Traffic to a first touch, segment your opens, segment your clicks, use the emails in your autoresponders to get them to your ecosystem, send out sequences from your own personal autoresponder, getting to your offer, repeat the cycle. Okay, that's how simple that is. So once it's set up, you can just see traffic into here from wherever you want. Now remember, you're sending them to your opt-in page. This is this page that I gave you. This page is converting at 46%. Okay, that's where you want to build your list with. All right, Rob, you want to say something?
Ricky, if you go into the chat,
Yeah.
there's a link in there and a password to where you can show that
Look.
campaign and show that traffic coming over. But I mean, it's working pretty solid. Scroll down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, keep going.
That's pretty damn good, bro.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Okay, look. So that A fire.
Yeah.
I mean, this was 2 seconds and it pushed 32 people. Scroll back up. It pushed 32 people over to your page.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. So let's look at this in real time. Let's go to dashboard. Let's go to merch. This is the opt-in page, I think. Yeah, this is the opt-in page. Let's go to today. Let's see what's going on. All right, look, I already got 2 converted people already. Okay, 56 clicks. Now I'm not sure if that's all EP. Okay, so EP is saying it pushed. EP saying it pushed.
Yeah, so go all the way on the far right.
What do you mean all the way on the far right?
Oh, I thought you were looking at as far as the stats, so we could see. Let me look at my end real quick.
Oh, Enox, there we go. Sorry, I got over here. Okay, so 27 clicks. All right, so
scroll down a minute. Okay, right? No, up, right there. So you see that there was 32 people. Yeah.
Okay, so 32 clicks. So 32 of these people.
Yes.
Already 2 opt-ins from whatever. There's other traffic going here right now too. Okay, but let's like look in the past, like say 7 days. Okay, let's look at past 30 days. So as you grow more traffic, okay, look, I've always been taught in internet marketing, in order to know, okay, this is perfect. I love this shit.
Hey, Ricky.
Wait, bro. Please let me
real
finish.
Quick.
No, not real quick. Can I finish something, dude?
Okay.
Okay, listen. Most people give up right now because they see 58 people and they see 2 conversions and they're like, fuck, this don't work. I've been taught in internet marketing that this is not enough clicks. So that's why I wanted to show the 7 days. Okay, look, the conversions start to rise as I got more visits. Let's show the last 30 days. Oh, look, the conversions start to rise as I get more clicks. That's how you tell if your lander is converting correctly. So you'll be surprised how many people send traffic to their e-commerce sites or to their landing pages, look at the stats in 2 days and say, this shit will never work for me. It's because you did not give it enough time. I'm sorry that I had to do that, Rob, but this was very key example here of conversions and measuring.
No, 100%. I was just gonna say, just build one for me, and I'll just start handling it. Because that was exhausting what I just did.
Yo, dude, yeah, and what I understand. Believe me, I demo Slingly a lot, so I get it. All right, so all right, I didn't mean to cut Rob off, but it was just like that key kind of thing I needed to get out to people, right? So look, if you're in it for the long run, then you're gonna want to keep on sending your traffic. You're gonna want to keep on looking. Like, this is a marathon, not a sprint. That's what I'm trying to get out here. All right, so look, before we're going on for 2 hours again, as usual. So, all right, we got to talk about a little bit about inbound sequencing and follow-up sequencing, okay? Let's not worry about outbound right now. It'll go way too long, but I want to show you a couple of things. So right now, let's just stick to agency, a landing cell, a pre-sale page, or offer page. So in clear view right now, our landing page is this, okay? This is how we get the opt-in. Okay, our pre-sale page is this page. Okay, you guys have access to this. Okay, you guys should have set this up in GrooveFunnels. This is your pre-sale page. This is what gets the traffic ready to buy from you. And then this is your offer page. Okay, this is your agency. This is where people pay you money. Okay, that's your offer page. This is your services. This is what you offer people if they buy from you. Okay, different types of opportunities and traffic. So if we look at this, what we're doing is we're using Rob's system, okay, to basically shortcut your prospecting, to get that one touch, okay, to get that two touch, to get that three touch, okay, to get them into your ecosystem and close them even more. So by the time they get over here, they know who the hell you are. You're becoming the authority. Authorities make sales. Okay, that's what we're trying to get out of this. So now if we look at some of this, I'm gonna bring up some stuff. Okay, and I'm gonna put this, John, we gotta put this in the members area. Okay, because this has to be in Slingly Agency members area under the video for Enox. I think we meant to do this, is just got.
All right, I'll get it to me and I'll get it in as a download.
So look, these are a couple of ways you could touch a person. This is a couple of ways you could follow up as well. All right, and I'm very good at writing these swipes so that you don't want to copy and paste everything. If you want to write your own, you can just make sure you keep the same structure. When I put a link in there, it just means that's where you should drop a link. So usually we have made you a video explaining the details. You're going to take the link and then you're going to copy and paste this and embed the link in that. All right. Okay. This is exactly what you're looking for. Okay. Check this out here. Okay. And then you just, you know, when I do something like this, that means that you're going to take this link and you're going to embed it in here. This could be anything. You can see, watch this now. Check this out here. Get access. Look at this here. Like, you don't have to be anything extra special. All right. So what Rob is saying right here is you are going for the opens. Okay. So I believe he used this one, add revenue to your business. So have you ever considered starting an Autoresponder online brand? Okay. That's the one he used. And if we go into exact prospect, I mean, Enox, and we refresh the page.
And Ricky, honestly, I was basically showing tactics. Like I probably would have taken 15, 20 minutes and mapped it out properly, but it's just showing that you can literally throw shit against the wall with this system.
Yeah.
And it will typically work because most everybody isn't reading everything that's going out. And the only thing we really care about, I don't even care if they're clicking on a link yet. I care about that first action. I need them to open up that email. From there, it's that first warming touch. After that, I know I'm going to get a much better open rate. And then from there, I need to seek out Ricky because I need better content. I'm not a copywriter. I need somebody to pre-frame stuff better. So there's a whole method to internet marketing that is not easy. As far as the system, this machine, super easy. It's all the everything else that you really have to understand what's going on and get into somebody's mind and pre-frame somebody properly to get them acceptable to take an offer.
So we're going to give you these things, inspiration. I want a personal route, okay? There's an opportunity route, which could be to your opens. There's a direct route, which could be to your clicks. So like if somebody is, you're piquing interest, you may want to go the personal route. If you have opens, you want to go an opportunity. If you have clickers, then you want to go direct. And I'll just rename them a little bit before you guys get this file. Use this for inspiration. Don't copy and paste exactly all the time because you're not going to get the results that everybody, if you all send the same shit over and over and over, you're not going to get the results that you want. Okay, I can tell you that from experience. Now, the other thing you got,
real quick, those swipes are inside of that system the right way, so it's a pre-done template, so they look good when they go out. They don't have broken links. It's not in that drag and drop template builder that, you know, personally I don't think is the best. I like having it in that template. So it's literally you're pushing a button, you're importing that in, and that content's there for you to tweak. So you really shouldn't have to copy and paste anything. You should just go in there and just maybe rewrite a sentence or two.
So yeah, that's what he was showing you when he was in Enox, and you went to the template section, and then you've seen Slingly Agency, and then all these emails are already in there. He put them in, okay? But I'm still gonna hand you this file anyway. Use them for inspiration. Another, before I move on to this side of the map, which I'll show you in a second, another place I go to get inspiration or good stuff is here. Okay, so I go to swipe.co, and you can look at the ways that other marketers are selling their products. Okay, you can even sign up for their list and get new swipes.
That's exactly what I do. I probably I have a separate email, and I've got everybody's emails that just come in.
That's what I do,
And I don't
dude.
copy them. I just modeled the framework on them, right? Why are you opening them up? Look at the subject lines. Look at what they're doing. Don't copy it. Get your own, start thinking about what you're doing and just tweak it from there.
I mean, that's how I got good at writing swipes. I mean, I wasn't an expert in a week. I've been writing swipes since 2007, so I'm very good at it now. But like, you got to so I would sign up a list and say my industry. So I was in make money online, right? So I signed up for everybody's list and make money online, and I just watched them pitch me on different things. And I took like some good subject lines, I tested things, I tweaked things, okay? And I just got better at it, right? Another thing also is I like digital marketing from Ryan Dice. If you go type in best email subject lines, and you go digital marketer, you'll find some of Ryan Dice's stuff, updated, one-on-one best subject lines. So these, what he does, okay, and this is updated. So this is 2020 now, okay? So he updates it pretty much every year, and it's pretty cool. So he gives you the routes: self-interest, curiosity, offer, urgency, humanity, news, social proof. And then he goes into the test best subject lines. And he shows you, okay, you got a 15% open rate. Okay, you got a 15.2% open rate. Now, this is the title. Why my first business failed. How to keep up with digital marketing. Something big is coming. 16% open rate. Holy crap, 17% open rate. Okay, rules for marketing in crisis. 19, okay, look, there is plenty of ways that you can get, more subject lines. So, you have to just test and do it, okay, and just get out there and become an email marketer, because I can tell you from experience, that's where you're gonna make your money, is email marketing, especially in the internet marketing, high ticket business. It's all email marketing, period. Now, let's just go to this map one more time. Okay, once they're in your ecosystem right here, okay, this is the 72-hour sequence you're sending out. That's this file. You have this inside of the agency members area under VSL setup. I should have probably called it opt-in setup, because the VSL setup sounds weird. But like over here, they're gonna get this, your one secret to intimate branding inside. This is your this is your link to your your VSL page. So that's this page I showed you over here. Okay, that's once they opt in. Now they're on the 72-hour sequence. We're not going to take them back to an opt-in page. They already opted in. So if they already opted into your list, we don't need them to come back to this page and re-opt in. We need them to get to the meet page and make sure they've seen this VSL, this video sales letter. So by the time this sequence is run its course, okay, people know what the hell you're doing. They watch the video, you let Ricky sell them, and by the time they get to your agency, they're going to want to get something. And if not, you can write your own emails and follow up with them. That's under following up. But the only way you're going to be able to follow up with them manually, meaning that you send a regular email blast to a list, is just getting better at testing. Because once you have the list in your autoresponder, you don't have to pay again to email that list. You can send out a single email every single day to that list saying, hey, did you see this traffic service we offer? Send them to your services page. Hey, do you know that you can build a brand site in like less than 3 days? Send them to your packages page. Okay, like you have to be creative to like you have to like keep on getting in front of people for them to want to. First, you become an authority by emailing them. Second, they're gonna start to realize, because you look, understand, people are very busy in their lives. Just because they see your email on their cell phone doesn't mean by the time they get home they're gonna go buy a package review. You have to remind them. You have to instill some kind of urgency. Okay, and that's what by sequences. That's what Rob is trying to say. That's what these systems do. Now, once you have like your opt-in page dialed in, which we already do, that's when you can start going into different traffic networks like Facebook, Amplify, and different using polls, YouTube systems, because now you have the process dialed in. You kind of understand what you need to do to get people into your ecosystem and over to your agency and over to your offers. So then at that point, now you can start feeding. You can open the faucets of traffic. You can start letting more and more traffic come into play. And that's why I was showing you here when I was in Improvely, that as traffic grows, your conversions grow because you're sending more people. And if your conversions are not growing, that means that these visits are completely the wrong traffic. So I've been sending the correct traffic to this page in order to get these conversion rates. All right, so if you follow what we're doing, you're going to get results. Now, look, I'm coming over here, okay, and that pretty much wraps up this. Now, we're gonna have a major Q&A on day number 4, which is Friday. Okay, so just keep writing your questions down. We're gonna spend a full day Q&A, all right? But tomorrow, we're gonna go into a lot more fun things. Okay, so this was a little bit, the first step was logic and the methodology. This day was tactics and why it works. All right. Tomorrow we're going to go into strategy, like just really hardcore tactics that worked for us and how we made pretty much multiple 7 figures over email marketing. And then day 4, the Friday, we're going to wrap it up and basically do some Q&A. Make sure that you guys have this set up. And you know what? I mean, I'm glad that you guys joined us. For the people that are still here. Because you're getting like very good training absolutely free of charge. We didn't decide to charge for this. Okay, we want people just get results, and I hope you see that. Okay, so John's gonna get this up in the members area. I mean, sorry, not the members area. Well, we're gonna put it in Slingly agency, but right now you can come to the group and keep it moving. Okay, so go to keepitmoving.tv and look on the announcements. Okay, so look, like this video will stay here in the announcements, but you're not going to see it. You're going to have to click the See All button, and you can store this link over here. Okay.
I have the first one posted in Media Dollars. Members.
Okay. Yeah, fine, dude. But I think we need to put this in agency, not Media.
All right.
Dollars.
Yeah. No problem. I was just letting them know where the first one was, but I'll
move it in agency. This is agency specific. All right, so move this over to agency, not in Media Dollars. So put it this way, right now when you go to keepitmoving.tv / you can go to keepitmoving.tv / announcements, and it's going to bring you to this page. The replay from today will be here. So if you go down, you'll see more and more stuff. Now, there's a lot of good training in here, okay? There's about 32 announcements in here, and there's a lot of damn good training in here. Okay, like look, he said best training yet. I'm saying, so like there's some damn good training here. So if you didn't just go check out the stuff in the announcements, you're probably missing out. All right, there's damn good training in Media Dollars itself. There's damn good training in agency that's literally agency specific. So it's up to you to do your homework, do your research, and go through this type of stuff. We can't force you to do it. And if this sounds confusing and hard, we are coming up with a solution. We'll let you know more about that, but we need to make sure that you understand this, okay? So thank you for joining, guys. Hope that you enjoyed this. I think you guys did. And I've done an Enoch setup series. I showed you that before. If you missed it, that's in Slingly agency members area. I'll show you that one more time. It's under using our traffic partners. Exact prospect system shows you how to get from having 0 list to having your mail ready. I'm going to make a follow-up video on how to do the segmenting because that's not included in here. So I'll just make a quick video on how to segment your opens and clicks like what Rob showed you today. So it's not like confusing for you and you have that here all the time. All right, John, we'll get the file and we're going to probably have to put this over here somewhere, getting EP, getting traffic ready to mail. We're going to put it over here, okay, in this exact, you're targeting. I'm not you're targeting this. Getting traffic now. We want that file here. And remember, in Enox itself, I can't show you that right now because I'm not in my Enox account, but you're going to have that in a drop-down menu so you can get these things. Use inspiration, use other marketers, join other marketers lists, not to buy stuff. Use other marketers lists for inspiration, okay? Join Shopify's list, join BigCommerce's list, join WooCommerce's list, join anything that has to do with merchandising, join Printful's list, join Custom Inks list, join these type of lists, and you're going to start to see people that are dominant in the space for marketing are going to be sending you their marketing materials. Use that, for inspiration and get it done. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We're going to cut this out now. We went 2 hours, and it'll be in the members area. All right, thanks Rob for being on today. And I will chat with you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, media-dollars.com. I will see you then.
Bye-bye, guys.